Hey guys, now if you didn't read the title, would this look like we were making brownies? Wouldn't to me, I know that. This is a no oil, virtually fat-free, no sugar brownie recipe, and I got this one, well, most of it, off the internet, and I just made a couple little adaptations. The one off the internet called for using regular sugar and low-fat yogurt. I'm using no-fat yogurt and substituting Splenda. So other than that, instead of flour, we're using rolled oats, whole grain, and really the only fat in here, and it's optional, is just a little bit of peanut butter that's just going to be spread on the top. But you know, if you don't want it, if you don't like peanut butter, then I mean, the worst thing in it is going to be an egg. Big freaking deal. Alright, so this is going to be pretty easy. Instead of buttering the pan, I'm just going to use a little light vegetable cooking spray, which is like nothing, zero, everything, you know, whatever it is. We've got a little bit of cocoa, and let's see what's in this. It's fat-free, just a few calories, a tiny bit of sodium, so that's really, ooh, that expired back in 2011. A little hard, but it'll do. So yeah, let's grease our pan. We're going to be blending everything instead of mixing it, because we do need to get this to a real fine powdery consistency. So we'll be using the blender or a food processor if you have one. Let's go. In goes the wet stuff first. We're going to do 2 eggs. I didn't get myself a garbage bowl. And we're going to do half a cup of skim milk. It's very strange for me to want to do anything sweet, but I've been having these sweet cravings since I started doing this project. Very, very strange for me. I do not have a sweet tooth. Alright, let's see. I've got a large, because they didn't have anything in between, a large 32-ounce container of this non-fat yogurt. I'm going to put in just under half of this. I want about 12 ounces. Carefully, it'll splatter as you're putting all this stuff in. Pretty good there. Now I read that you have to scrape the sides of the blender a few times as you mix all this. So I'm going to keep this spatula handy. Alright, let's see. I've got, what's it say here? We're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we need 1 cup of the cocoa. Yeah. Alright, I guess that's okay. Try not to make a huge powdery mess here. Oh, like that? Oh, crap. Clean up aisle 6. Alright. Now I wish I had a bigger blender, because I think I'm going to need more room. Shoot. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mix all this first in a bowl, and then I'm going to blend it in 2 different batches. That is just not going to work. I got too much more stuff to go in here. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Scrape this out of here. Set this aside. Okay, what else do we have? We need some of this Splenda, and we're going to put in, that's a mess. Oh, what's it say here? We're going to do 2 cups. Now it says that the Splenda mixes the same as sugar, so 2 cups should be 2 cups. But man, the Splenda is weird. I've never bought it before. It weighs like nothing. This is a pretty good amount. I picked it up and I thought somebody had opened the bag and dumped it out or something. It's half filled with granules. And a bag this size of sugar, probably 4 or 5 times as heavy as what this is. It's just like powder. 1. There's 2. Alright. So that's our healthy sweetener. What else do we have here? We did that. Got the cocoa powder, baking powder. Ah, the oats. You need a cup of whole grain rolled oats. This takes the place of our flour. Alright. I think that just about does it. Yeah. Oh, salt. Just a little bit. We're going to put half a teaspoon of salt for the whole batch. This is really a double batch. This is made for an 8x8, but I'm doing a larger dish, and it'll be a little bit deeper, so I don't have any small pans. Okay, so we just need half a teaspoon of salt. Done. Not bad. I cannot see this making brownies, I'll be honest with you. It looks interesting. Alright, I'm going to get this mixed up, and then I'll put half of it in the blender and do a batch. Man, it's really thick. I mean, there's hardly any liquid in here. The yogurt's thick. Not that much milk and eggs in here at all. And there we go. It's thinning out a little bit. Alright, now it looks more like a brownie batter at least. Consistency wise. Okay. So I'll mix this up a bit here, get the clumps out, just get the dry ingredients incorporated, and we'll blend it. It'll fit. After I mix things together in the bowl, the volume went way down. So, got it in here, it's about 3/4 full. No big deal. Now we're just going to mix it basically until we get the oats broken down. That's what the goal of this is. To get that more like flour. Alright, took a few minutes, several starts and stops, but finally, as it blends down, it gets a lot thinner. And finally, we're at this point where it's like a real runny pudding. I don't have any big chunks of the oats left, and that's what we want. I tell you, it doesn't make much. Believe it or not, this is a double batch. It's only half full. It's up to here. This is a double batch from what I found on the internet. So we'll see how much it actually makes. All we have to do now is pour it into our greased pan. And again, I use the non-stick cooking spray rather than butter. Just going to pour this in evenly. Make sure to get it all out. Alright, that's about the best I can do to get everything out of here. It's going to go in a preheated 350 oven, and I'm going to check it after about 20 minutes. Man, I really hope this works, because, I mean, it's like, I don't know, centimeter thin. It is the thinnest brownie batter I have ever seen. but it's worth a shot. Here goes nothing. See you in 20 minutes. I totally forgot the peanut butter. Alright, let's get this back out. Glad I remembered. It was only in there about a minute, so no harm done. Alright, for the peanut butter. Let's see, we need about 1.5 cups creamy peanut butter. That's going to be almost, well, we'll use 3/4 of this. It says we need to microwave it. Okay, so we microwave it, get it melted and gooey, and we're just going to blop it on and do a fancy little swirl. So, I need a microwave bowl. So here we've got the peanut butter. I just zapped it for a minute. So it's not piping hot, but it's very runny. And I'm just going to blop and swirl it all over here. Just want to keep it on top, so I'm not going to dump the whole bowl. Yummy. I apologize for this video being a hot mess. Usually I'm cooking my own stuff, so you know it's a no-brainer. It's in my head. I'm trying to follow somebody else's stuff. I don't know it, especially in this case. Never done it before, so you know I got notes. I'm trying to keep things going and obviously making mistakes, but we'll get her done. Alright, back in the oven with you for 20 minutes for real this time. "20 minutes is up. Tell you, the kitchen smells pretty darn good. It smells like brownies. Let's see how they look. Alright. Not too bad looking. Sure didn't rise much. This is what I wanted. You want to bake them just until they start pulling away from the sides. Now this has to completely cool before you even think about trying to cut it. So I'm going to let this sit on the stove for a good half an hour. Then I'm going to stick it in the fridge and chill it for a couple hours before I even do anything with it. They are really, really, really thin brownies. Not what I would call a brownie. I mean, we're talking maybe, let's see, maybe 1/2 inch at the most. So, you know, it's different. We'll see how they taste. Okay, the moment of truth. It's nice and chilled. I'll do fairly small squares here, not like my pre-HLO days, where I would have made this into like, 8 or 10 chunks. Now if this is good, I'm going to say it's good. If it's not, I am not going to lie to you, because I'm a foodie. I have good taste. I like good food. So I'm anxious to compare it to traditional real brownies. I'm really hoping that these do taste at least good enough to make again, because they'd be easy to make and snack on and not really feel, well, not like over snack on, but eat anytime. Like if I want to grab one before I go out in the morning or something, these would be okay for that. Alright. That's good enough. Let's grab one here. Whoa. Coming apart. Guess we'll start with this one. Tough to get out of the corner. Alright, well, comes up in a nice clean brownie at least. So you can see it's very thin, thicker around the edges there. About 1/2 inch through the middle. definitely on the doughy side. I'm going to try to, I'll try it again if it's really good, and maybe try some more oats in there, get it more like cake-like. I don't know if it's going to rise any more than this, but I like my brownies more on the cake side than the thick fudgy side. Anyway, let's give it a taste tester. Well, there's too much peanut butter. So that's a big adjustment I would make to that recipe. I would probably cut it by 2/3. It's really all I can taste there is the peanut butter. And just try this end, just a brownie. So I really wasn't looking for a peanut butter snack. Alright, well, it's okay. There's hardly any flavor though. Can't really taste the chocolate that much. It does taste like a cakey brownie though. Texture-wise, spot on. You would never know it's not anything more than a regular brownie. The texture in this middle part is very moist and brownie-like, but like I said, all I can taste is the peanut butter. So I will make these again. I'm impressed with the texture and the overall quality of the brownie part, but yeah, I'm going to cut this peanut butter way, way down. That's too much for my taste. So, good for a healthy brownie, not good for a normal brownie. So take it for what it's worth. I guess I really wasn't expecting much more than that because, it is missing all the good stuff. But anyway, there you go. There is the healthy version, at least one of the recipes I found online for peanut butter swirl, fat-free, sugar-free, flour-free brownie. See you guys later.